along with Ed Freeman, the president of the Tuscaloosa Track Club. The winter months, it's colder, it gets dark earlier. Tips on staying safe and enjoying those runs during the winter months. Ed, you talk about three key things: being warm, dry, and visible. Warm, what kind of clothing would you suggest?
Well, I've lived here since 2000, and in the 15 years I've been here, there hasn't been one day that I can honestly say it's too cold to go run. There's been tornadoes, there's been lightning, there's been ice, there's been other reasons, but it's never been too cold to go run. So really, you don't have any excuse whatsoever not to go run. The best guideline is to dress for 10 degrees warmer than it really is.
Okay.
Because if you overdress, you're going to get wet, you're going to, with the sweat, you're going to get overheated, and then that's just a miserable run. So you want to dress, you know, if you're chilly at the start, that's fine, you'll warm up very quickly. Again, visible, dry, and definitely warm. We want to stay all three of those things. A jacket like the one that I've got on is indispensable. For around here, it's not too heavy, it's dry fit, wicks the moisture away. One really good feature about this particular jacket, and most running jackets, you've got a thumb hole, and if you've forgotten your gloves or whatever, that protects your hand. Also, this one
Look at that.
creates a little mittens. Yeah, so you don't even need a pair of gloves. Although a pair of gloves is very, very indispensable. Your extremities, like these, your extremities get very, very cold because your body tries to conserve the heat around your vital organs to keep them safe. And your extremities, your toes and your fingers get very, very cold. So a good pair of gloves, these are actually Mizuno gloves, and they are made with a material, they get warmer when they get wet, believe it or not. Yeah, we've got a tester at Wagner's where you can actually feel that, but they actually get warmer when they get wet. So the more you sweat, the warmer your hands are going to be. So that's a good thing. The next item is a hat. You lose like 40% of your body heat through the top of your head. So wearing a cap, keeping that heat in is very, very important. Also on visibility,
look at this thing.
This actual jacket has little strips on it that glow in the dark. They reflect the light from the car headlights and all. But we also have slap bands. And these are very, very good because when you're moving, a car is going to be able to see you. Studies have been done that if a reflective item like this is stationary, cars don't really pay attention to that. If it's moving, they're going to pay attention.
I mean, it's good tips. I mean, though some people may think, you know, running in the darker weather, getting home at night is, you know, dark at 5 o'clock in the winter months and all.
It's almost vital that you learn how to run in the dark at this time of year.
Instead of running just in a dark shirt, or if you have those reflectives, you could. I mean, another option would just be what? Wear lighter clothing, like a
white shirt,
a
lime green shirt, just anything that's not dark that the cars are going to be able to see. I mean, most people that run also drive, and just put yourself in that place. Would I be able to see myself wearing what I'm wearing? And like Greg, no. not today.
Can't you see me?
Exactly.
I got this little reflector on this logo over here.
But you want to be as visible as you possibly can. Even something like wearing a white baseball cap. You know, just anything that's going to catch that motorist's attention.
Some may think, oh, well, there's reflectors in my shoes. That should be good enough.
That helps. That helps a lot, but you actually need something on your arms, you need something on your chest that the motorists are going to be able to see.
Being safe when it gets dark early like that. Is it possible, talking about you know, dressing up warm and all, because some may think that, well, once I get run, I'll warm up. To underdress, is there a danger with that? Say, I'm going to do shorts and a t-shirt, and it's 30 degrees outside, I don't care, I'm going.
Well, I've always thought that one of the big mistakes that runners make is they'll wear shorts, but then wear a lot on the upper body.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You need to really protect your legs. And actually, I've always thought a pair of running pants protects your legs, keeps the wind off of it and all. When it's under like 40 degrees or so, most of the time that's not a big issue. Biggest example that I can give, you see dancers, okay? They'll wear like a tank top and then wear tights, okay? They're protecting their legs. That's where their money's made. So they're protecting their legs. Runners should do the same thing because your legs need to be warm, supple when you're running, and it really helps a lot if they're covered up.
Well, and in the winter months too, there's more wind typically than other times of the year, and you're not really prepared for that if you've got all that exposed skin.
And again, you're going to warm up during an actual. Can you with the
Sure.
You're going to warm up during an actual run. A jacket like this is very, very good because if you warm up a lot, then you can actually take it off, dress in layers, and you can take this off and swirl it up like this and tie it around your waist.
And keep on going.
And keep on going. Yeah, absolutely. But what you will warm up. The other thing you can remember in the cold weather is what makes you cold and what makes you warm. Okay. Your arteries that are closest to the skin are in your neck and in your wrists. Okay, and that's why when you pull up your sleeves, that's a cooling agent. When you pull them back down and cover them, that warms you up. So you can adjust that during the run.
One other point I want to bring up is we're talking about great tips about staying, dry and visible and warm and all during the winter months, and when you're not hot and sweating as much, say in the summer months. Hydration. Talk about that.
Hydration in the winter, it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're not as thirsty as you would be if it was 90 degrees outside. The wind leaches a lot of moisture away from you, so you want to make sure that you drink even when you're not thirsty. Okay, and that's a big mistake a lot of runners make is, oh, I'm fine, but definitely hydrate. And you have to pay more attention to it because you're not thirsty.
Right, because your body's not telling you, hey, I'm thirsty, need some water.
And by the time you realize it, you're in trouble.
Too late. Great tips for running in the winter months. Thank you, Ed Freeman.
No problem.
I'm Greg Thomas, inside Tuscaloosa Running. Thanks for checking us out.